Colombia, opening game day of the FIBA Basketball World Cup 2027 qualifiers. Group C action for you here. And what better way can we do to get the qualifiers underway here in Colombia, taking on Venezuela. This one should be a really interesting battle between two tough teams. Here is the schedule across Group C in this opening window. Opposite side of the group, Chile against Brazil. That one finished off earlier today. Chile 66, Brazil 82. As we are about to have player introductions, Venezuela will be introduced to the floor first. Here is the world rankings at the moment. Venezuela 28th, Colombia 55th, Brazil highest ranked in the group at 10th, and Chile in at 62nd. Venezuela, without doubt though, establishing themselves as regulars at the Basketball World Cup. They were there in 2019, they were there in 2023. As such, they probably enter today's game with expectations that they will make their way through these qualifiers, that they will make it 3 World Cups in a row. That said, the roster they have here today really has a wave of next generation players for Venezuela. Super interesting to see what the next few years looks like for Venezuelan basketball and how quickly those younger players can get up to speed at this high level. Only 4 of the 12 that they have listed today were in the 12 at the World Cup 2 years ago. So those 4 veteran leadership players will have to step up today and provide some guidance for those younger players in the roster. All attention switches to the other end of the floor now for Colombia, and they haven't been to a World Cup for over 40 years. That said, they have shown glimmers of being able to compete at the top table with the biggest basketball nations in the Americas. You only have to think back to the qualifiers for the 2023 World Cup. They took wins off Brazil, they took a win off Mexico. So they know that if they're able to bring together a strong performance, a 40-minute performance, it is enough to beat anyone in these qualifiers. They have a veteran 12 suited up today, a vast amount of experience in this roster, and for some of them it may possibly be their last opportunity to make it through to a World Cup, so they will not be lacking in motivation or determination. However, they will also know heading into today's game, opening days of qualifiers are always so important. It's about setting the right tone, getting off on the right foot as these qualification campaigns progress over the next 18 months. We'll take a break in commentary as we will head into the national anthems very shortly. We'll start with the national anthem for Venezuela, and then we'll have the national anthem for Colombia before we probably get fully locked in for opening tip-off here in a little under 7 minutes time.
Y a continuación entonaremos con orgullo el himno nacional de la República de Colombia.
Well, the national anthems, as always, set the scene for what should be an enthralling game between two hotly contested teams, both fighting for their place at the World Cup in Qatar in 2 years' time. Players and coaches shake hands on the half and head back to enter their final preparations for today's big game. Here are the officials for our game: Omar Bermudez, Carmelo de la Rosa and Samuel Hidalgo from Mexico, Puerto Rico and Dominican Republic respectively. They look locked in, ready to go. Very dapper as we are here. Hope you are as well. Thank you for joining me for what should be a super interesting start to the World Cup qualifiers here in Cali, in Colombia. Venezuela. Here is their starting five: Aguirre, Gatterall, Cisneros, Cifuentes and Carrera are the five that coach Segura will go to start this game. Plenty of experience in that team. There is head coach Francisco Segura. And Spain ready to try and lead Venezuela to their third World Cup in the row. As for Colombia, their starting five will be Teo, Jackson, Atencia, Angola and Echenique. As I said, plenty of youth in this roster. The starting five are the veteran players. Teo, 40 years old, Jackson, 38, Angola, 31. Coach Diaz leaning into those veteran players to get the game underway, looking to them to set the tone early for his team. As both teams now head back to their benches for those final instructions. Colombia ranked 55th in the world, 11th in the Americas. Without doubt, they would expect to make it through to the second round of qualifiers, but they may be seen as outsiders to make the World Cup. That said, I've seen many a qualification game in recent years, and this outsiders tag really doesn't matter. Let's head into the huddle, hear what coach has to say.
Y ahora Windy pone esto para darle la luz, ¿vale? Si no hay nada, estamos si fue con balón, tú te quedas en el tanque y viene Windy con Michael por detrás. Viene Windy al rol con Michael por detrás. Bueno, pero vamos a buscarla para dársela ahí. Vamos, dale. Vamos a ver.
Before we get to tip-off, if you haven't had a chance already, please do download the official FIBA Basketball World Cup app, available wherever you get your apps, completely free of charge, and tons of content on the app, including the live stats as we progress through today's game. And a nice addition this year digitally from FIBA is the fantasy basketball game. First time ever we've had fantasy basketball for a national team competition. Please head over and show us just how much you know about the international basketball landscape. Why don't you take the challenge, go up against some of the experts and see how much you know. So remember, the qualifiers in the World Cup aren't just here in the Americas, but all over the world. 32 places available. Only one right now is locked in. That's Qatar, as they are the host. The other 31 will comprise 5 teams from Africa, 7 from Asia, 12 from Europe, and 7 from right here in the Americas. And this is the first tip of the first game in that long qualification campaign as these teams fight it out for a spot at the World Cup. And we're underway here in Cali, Colombia. Game day 1 of the Basketball World Cup 2027 qualifiers. Colombia going up against Venezuela here in Group C. Just a little issue with the shot clock right now. And we're back into the action. Cifuentes hands it to Graterol. Comes around the screen on the handoff. First shot no good. Teo with the rebound. Down into the low block now for Colombia. Little step back 3 ball. Comes up short. Rebound corralled by Carrera. Spin move along the baseline. Stolen away. Good read of the passing lane. Atencia puts the 3 up himself and reins it in. A bright start for Colombia. Always important to get that home crowd into the game early, and that's exactly what that 3 ball does. Graterol skips it through. And a quick return from Cisneros. Ties us back up at 3 apiece. In fact, just a 2, standing inside. Drop low for the 2-hander. Echenique getting the fans into this one even more early on. Cifuentes to Graterol. Guerra comes back out, spreading the floor right now, Venezuela. 4 out, 1 in. Graterol working the paint hard. Kick to the wing. That one comes up short from Carrera. And Colombia will come back down the floor with a little pace. Stolen away. Dives across and steals it away. Goes all the way, coast to coast. Guerra gets the score. One-point ball game. A brisk start from both teams. Teo, lane opens up. Doesn't need a second invitation. The veteran player, been there, done that. Continues to lead the way for his national team. Guerra behind the back. Oh, hot handle. Goes inside and draws the foul. Collides with the ad boards. Grimace on his face. Made a tough stuff though. Jefferson Guerra. And will walk straight to the free throw line. Cuts through the defense. Tough play, no fear. And Echenique collides with him. Guerra, the 22-year-old, heading to the line. Part of the AmeriCup roster for Venezuela in the summer. Averaged just under 6 points and 5 rebounds a game to help Venezuela finished 9th in that tournament. First is good. As is the second. Long outlet pass. That one with too much sauce on it. Sends Atencia to the floor. I love the look from Colombia's perspective. Trying to catch Venezuela napping early in this game. Instead, they turn the ball over. That one went straight out of bounds, so it becomes a Venezuelan ball on the Colombian baseline. Carrera inbounds it. All the way through, back into the hands of Cifuentes. He pulls up for the long two, makes it rain. Venezuela take the lead here in Cali. Lob for the alley-oop. Colombia playing with so much confidence. Echenique throws down the alley-oop pass. Glides inside. Smooth move, rebound by Graterol. Just pure strength and control from Windy Graterol. One of the ever-present players for Venezuela in recent years. Foul's going to be called on the floor against Cifuentes. Holding foul called. Colombia will make a change. Echenique comes out. Teo, pump fake, takes it the second time and gets the jumper to go. Money in the bank for Juan Teo. Carrera trying to find a way through. All doors closed on him. Goes aggressive. Won't get the score. Will draw the foul against Ibargüen. Powerful battle down low between those two. Certainly an edge in this game. The two teams aren't going to back down from the physical battle. Carrera at the line. First is good. Carrera part of the 2023 World Cup roster. Venezuela finished 30th at the World Cup. I'm sure they would like their third trip to end with a higher finish. Carrera himself averaged nearly 8 points a game in the tournament. Teo now with the crossover, trying to lose the defense, steps through. Will draw the foul against Carrera. Sideline ball for Colombia. Brisk start to the game here. Both teams looking to get to the basket as much as they can. That's a turnover, though, as Roque just dribbles it out of bounds. Good work by Graterol, just getting a hand in there. Stolen away. Clear the runway, up we go, an easy two off the glass. Ibargüen gets in there and disrupts and regains the lead for Colombia. How physical is this game already? Teams going toe-to-toe. No player backing down. Foul's going to be called, I think, on Gratterol. Sideline possession as Gratterol will come out of the game. Into the action comes Colmenares. Atencia looking for space, nothing there, just blue jerseys in front of him. Ibargüen now, powerful, loses his footing but gets the pass out. Shots up, no good, back of the iron and away. Venezuela spark out into transition. Foul's going to be called on Roque. That will send Mataran to the line for two. Oh, in fact, no, an offensive foul's been called. That extension of the left arm, potentially what the officials are calling there. Baseline ball for Colombia. Just some sweat on the floor that needs mopping up before we can get back underway. Going on at the same time as our game here. Panama taking on Uruguay. It's Panama 8, Uruguay 17. A little over 3 minutes left in the first quarter. That one tipped off the same time as our game here. Almost stolen away. Both teams trying to hustle the passing lane. Huge amount of passing pressure being applied. Roque draws a double team, passes out wisely. Drive inside, off the glass, no good. Carrera with the rebound. Pours down the floor, Carrera, coast to coast. Michael Carrera. A player that just plays with determination and passion. Every second he's on the floor. Doesn't know how to drop down a gear. Just plays in top gear all the way through. And Roque just carves his way through the Venezuelan defense. Pass whipped through, deflected out of bounds. Almanza reading that one. Baseline ball. Mataran to inbound for Venezuela. Cubion gets it inside and get a shot away in time, but it's not on track. Roque tries to thread the eye of the needle. It's kicked away by Carrera. As expected, this one is a close one. Both these teams evenly matched. Very different looking rosters, but they play a very similar style of basketball. Strong, aggressive, looking to get to the bucket. Angola hands it away. Roque now trying to shake the defender, put into the low block. Foul called as Coach Diaz reads the riot act to his team from the sidelines, frustrated. They're not delivering against the game plan. Venezuela in the penalty, so this will see Colombia head straight to the free throw line. Bargwen steps in. His first free throws of the game. In fact, Colombia's first free throws of the game. The first no good for Andres Bargwen. Gets a second to go. Colombia's lead out to 2. Three ball is good though. Venezuela breaking the press with ease and raining the three down. Jose Mataran hits the triple. Venezuela now with the lead. Baseline drive, foul's going to be called. That one's waved away. That one is waved away. Foul called on Kubian. Kubian, yeah, just reaching in. Foul on the floor, so basket waved away, but Angola heads to the line for 2 free throws. First is good. Ties the ball game up as these two teams trading leads right now. Two minutes and 45 seconds left in the first quarter. Passing out of the double team. Mataran hands it inside to Colmenares. Mataran moves it back. Patience here from Venezuela. Shot clock down to 4 though. They're going to have to create, and they do. All about the drop step from Guerra. Just a huge, powerful step down into the paint. Long range 2 for Hansel Atencia. Rolls in. One of the leaders for Colombia in their 8th place finish at AmeriCup this summer. Averaged almost 17 a game. Graterol, corner pocket 3 is good. Wendy Graterol. Asentia whips the pass down low. That's a tough pass and a tough finish. Teo fading away as he reins in from the short corner. Spin move, drive inside. Guerra loses his footing. Will be a traveling violation. Just slipped as he looked to plant that pivot foot. Fortunate not to hurt himself, to be fair. There was a jar to that right knee. Traveling called. All tied up here. 1 minute 24 left in the first quarter. A real stop-start affair so far. Hasn't really got a flow to the game. Neither team has found real momentum, but both teams have been effective offensively. Catch and shoot. That one clips the front of the iron. Easy rebound for Medina, a 21-year-old. Three ball goes up and goes down. That's a big shot. Fulda drops the 3, gives Venezuela the lead as we head into the final minute of the first quarter. That one in and out. Venezuela now looking to try and extend this lead. Drive inside, hands it away. Graterol soft right hand from the big man. Venezuela out to a game high, 5-point lead. 30 seconds left in the first quarter. Roque slows it down. About a 10-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Roque for three off right. Battle for the rebound is won by the 2 meters and 18 of Enrique Medina. No, waved away. Shot. A foul is on the floor. Colombia have got fouls to give as well, so a very smart foul in the end. Kubian will be frustrated as he got a good shot away in the end, but foul called earlier. 3 seconds now for Venezuela to create something. Lobbed inside, Medina hands it away. Graterol will get the shot off in time, but won't come away with the points. An interesting first 10 minutes of basketball here in Cali. Not much separating these two teams. A little burst at the end sees Venezuela take the lead. It's Colombia 22, Venezuela 27. An intriguing opening quarter of the qualifiers for both of these. Here are the shooting percentages. Venezuela getting the job done from outside. Colombia, it's all about getting to the basket for them here in this opening quarter. Here are some of the best plays of the first quarter of action. Very little to separate these as we see Atencia dropping in the first points of the game. Little step back three ball to give Colombia the early lead. Venezuela though answered just a 2 that time though, foot on the line. But it has been a real nip and tuck game. These two very evenly matched teams go toe to toe. Pretty similar styles of basketball they're looking to put on the floor as well. Maybe Valencia a little bit, Venezuela a little bit happier stepping out and looking for the three ball. Whilst Colombia, as you see from Ibargüen's breakaway, want to get the ball inside, want to get to the basket, aggressively attacking the hoop. Either way, this game was tied with a little over a minute left in the first quarter. Then Venezuela found a little bit of something extra. Graterol hitting the jumper closes out the quarter, and at the end of the first quarter it's Venezuela leading by 5. If you have your phones to hand, please do scan the QR code on the screen, download Courtside 1891 app, stream schedules and scores. If you like your basketball, particularly with an international flavour, Courtside 1891 is the app you have to have on your phone. Second quarter underway here in Cali. Venezuela leading this opening game day qualifier for the World Cup 2027 by 5 after 10 minutes. Have a restart of this second quarter though. Now we're underway. Not much separating the two teams in the first 10 minutes. Roque on ball, hands it away. Angola waits for the screen, doesn't use it, pulls up for the three instead, and it whips through the string to bring Colombia back to within 2. Kubian slows it down and backs it out. Oh, wonderful jab step, dropped inside, and Medina flushes home the 2. Beautiful teamwork by Venezuela, very slick. Roque Passes it off. Gratterol will happily take the foul on that one. Sacrifices one of his fouls to send Echenique to the line for two. First is good. Brings it back to a three-point ball game. Apologies for the missing scoreboard at the moment. Just a couple of technical glitches we're dealing with. Misses the second, but an encroachment in the lane will see him head back to the line to retake that second free throw. Comes up short this time. That one's knocked out of bounds by Teo, so Venezuela ball on their own baseline. Remember, this is one of 6 games these teams will play in these qualifiers. There's a window November this year, February and July next year. These teams will be back in action in a couple of days' times. In the reverse of this fixture, Venezuela will welcome Colombia to their home floor. Fulda looking for space, none there, but the three ball goes up from the outside. Scramble under the basket now for the rebound. And Medina will be called for the foul as Brian Angola is just pushed out of the court. There's the scramble, and there's the contact. Teo fades away, not this time. Medina rips down another rebound, his third of the night already. 21-year-old having an impact straight away. Cisneros. Foul's going to be called as Fulda takes a shot across the face. I think Teo was trying to get over the top of the screen. Well, in fact, was it Wright was trying to get over the top of the screen. In fact, it's a foul called against Venezuela. So Colombia will retake possession. Roque now. Little hezzy as he dives inside, drops it off. Oh, Medina bats it away. Don't bring that in here. That sparks a transition. Seven on the shot clock now for Venezuela to work with. But it's stolen away. Good hands. Roque now. Hands it to the wing. Drive inside. And another heavy foul as Jackson takes a shot to the face. And this game is certainly being played at the highest level of physicality. Both teams not giving up easy points, happy to give up their fouls early. We're only 2 minutes and 20 seconds in, and Venezuela already in the penalty here in the second quarter. Chance for Colombia to really pour in the points from the free throw line. Coach Segura not happy. Coach Diaz with more of a smile on his face. The first is good for Jackson. 38-year-old has been a forever present really for this Colombia national team. Average 10 a game at the AmeriCup in the summer. Goes 2 from 2 this trip at the free throw line, makes it a 1-point ball game. Stolen away. Roque didn't give up on the play. Angola scoops up the loose ball. Puts up the three. No one's got too much on it. Venezuela will come away with the rebound. Now it's Venezuela's turn. Fooled up with the early three. No good, but Mataran rips in the offensive rebound. Cisneros will miss the three as well. Roque drops it down low. Teo feeds the low block. Oh, that's a beautiful piece of footwork. And the hook shot from Echenique. And Colombia back into the lead. Coach Segura has seen enough, will call a timeout. Venezuela right now giving up control of this game to Colombia. Let's head into the huddle. Hear what Coach Segura has to say.
No estamos ejecutando. Nos empuja un poco y ya no jugamos el sistema. ¿Vale? Vamos con calma, vamos a jugar duro. ¿De acuerdo? Michael. Viene por lateral. Al 3. Arrancamos este ataque. No hay que decir nada. Poner la poste bajo. Seguimos yendo al rebote ofensivo. ¿Vale? Y para salir, un bloqueo. Para que reciba Cifuentes y nos vamos. Vamos a atacar el aro. Venga.
Smart timeout by Coach Segura. He's going to make a couple of changes as well. Rotate back in some of the more impactful, experienced players in his roster. Right now, the second quarter really does belong to Colombia. They've outscored Venezuela 8-2 so far. 3 minutes and 11 seconds gone. Baseline ball now for Venezuela. Pressure still being applied by Colombia. Plenty of on-ball pressure. Tencia this time applying that pressure. Medina now hands it away. Cifuentes looking to find Carrera. Stolen away by Jackson. He'll pour down the floor. Hands it off to Ibargüen for two. Colombia feeling confident in front of their home fans. Drives inside, oh, rejected, swatted away, Echenique. It's a strong move inside, but the long wingspan of Echenique provides the rim protection and bats away Cifuentes' attempt to get Venezuela rolling again. Carrera, catch and shoot for three. That is why he is so important to this Venezuelan team. Yes, he brings the passion and the energy, but he also has such a composed way to approach the game. Atencia dumps it inside. Oh, Echenique getting it done on both ends of the floor. He growls towards the crowd. Nice pass inside from Atencia, but still an awful lot of work to do for Echenique. Draws the foul off Colmenares, and there's the reaction at the line for the bonus. 1 from 2 so far this evening. Make that 2 from 3. Thrown away again. Colombia pour down the floor. Jackson just overstretches himself a little. Handed ahead now, Fulda. Shot blocked, thrown away. Colombia will throw it away as well. Smiles on their faces as the game is rolling their way, but they only lead by 3. You would say that the game is being played the way the Colombians want it to be played, but they don't quite have the lead they need. Handed away, soft right hand floats inside, tapped back in. Tough play, well read by Néstor Colmenares, the 38-year-old, certainly contributing. Foul's going to be called. In fact, no, an 8-second violation. Colombia struggling to get the ball over the half as Venezuela's turn to go through the gears defensively now. Sideline ball for Venezuela. Carrera in the post. Knocked out of bounds by Atencia. Carrera trying to find the inbound. There it is, down low. Overplayed. Foul going to be whistled though. That one called, I think, on Atencia again. Let's see what they say. At the free throw line, Venezuela with a chance to tie the game up. The first is no good though for Guerra. And to be honest, from Venezuela's perspective, it hasn't been going their way in this second quarter. So for the game to be this close actually is quite a positive for them to take. We're all tied at 35 apiece. 4.5 minutes left in this first half. Atencia uses the double screen. Carrera dives out on the hedge. Disruption now. Colombia, will they make them pay? No, they won't. They won't get the roll, and Colmenares pulls down the rebound. Drives inside. Graterol, soft right hand, gets it over the front of the iron. Leading scorer, joint leading scorer for Venezuela now, Windy Graterol, 9 points. Angola hands it away. Atencio. Sidestep, 3. Off, a little heavy, but it's thrown straight out of bounds by Cifuentes. That's the 11th turnover of the game for Venezuela. They really haven't looked after possession well enough. Timeout's going to be called here in the arena, and 3:44 left in the first half. It's Colombia 35, Venezuela 37. Colombia certainly have had the better of this second quarter with regards to the flow of the play, but they have not capitalized fully on that advantage. And right now, Venezuela hold a 2-point lead. And Venezuela will take confidence from that even when there's down points in the game. Colombia haven't been able to pull away. Angola now trying to find a way through. Foul's going to be called on Colmenares. Oh, in fact, no. Foul is called on Angola. Technical foul, I think, for throwing his head back as he's driving through. That's what Juan Teo is explaining to him. And it is something the officials have been told to look for, that unnatural reaction from a player when they draw contact. Carrera hits the technical free throw. And it will be Venezuela's ball on their own baseline as well. Pressure now on Coach Diaz as Venezuela look to be finding a little bit more confidence. In fact, it was a foul on Angola, but he also got a technical for his reaction to that foul, throwing his head back. Just trying to sort the shot clock out right now. Just a few issues that the table are having to deal with. Angola won't get the score. Carrera chases the rebound down, but hands it straight back to Colombia. Good ball movement. Atencia for three. Back of the iron and away. Pass down low. Ibargüen bullying his way inside. Has to fade away in the end, though. Off target. Carrera with another rebound. Foul will be called on Teo. It's a nice pass from Carrera, and Guerra will end up going to the line for two. Three from four so far this evening for Jefferson Guerra. Just 22 years of age, but already taking on an important role for the national team. An explosive, exciting, offensively minded guard. That free throw takes him to double digits. And that one makes him our game's leading scorer with 11. 5 from 6 from the free throw line so far this evening for him. Angola trying to find a way through. Graterol will put his hand up and take the foul. First foul of the game on Windy Graterol. Just caught reaching in. Venezuela in the penalty, so Colombia heading to the line. Angola is good with the first. Perfect from the line so far this evening. Brian Angola has certainly stepped up in this second quarter and looked to take a bit more of a lead, become a bit more of a focal point for the offensive efforts. There's a little bit of a coming together between Carrera and Echenique. Technical foul called on Carrera. That will send Colombia to the line for a technical free throw. Atencia steps up straight away. Physicality in this game has been bubbling along as we've progressed. And when games are played like that, there always is a risk of it boiling over. Carrera now progresses with pace up the floor. Double team comes in. Oh, what a pass away. Guerra will get the two. And that little bit of quality from Venezuela shining through here in Cali. Guerra up to 13 points. Beautiful pass by Carrera. Look at the double team. It's all over him. Still has the vision to throw that pass. Wonderful from Carrera. And Guerra gets the bonus as well. Venezuela's lead back out to 5, just as it was at the start of the second quarter. Atencia splits the defense with the pass. Now it's Echenique's turn. Another and one opportunity for Jaime Echenique. Strong move as he goes in. Heads to the line for the bonus. 2 from 3 so far this evening. Colombia's leading scorer with 12 at the moment, Echenique. Makes that 13. Back to a 2-point ball game. 2.5 minutes left in this first half. Carrera. Nice pass. Colmenares spreading the floor. Venezuela here. Glides inside. Kubiat, I think, passes it off a Colombian foot, so it's a fresh 14 seconds on the shot clock for Venezuela. Ball inbounded to Graterol. Stolen away. Teo will go all the way through off the glass, but there's the putback throwdown from Angola. And in the blink of an eye, we're tied back up again here in Cali. Coach Segura will call a timeout as Venezuela's lead has once again been wiped away by Colombia. 2 minutes and 1 second to play. We're all tied up at 43 apiece. One to follow by Hit. Here we go, Angola rising up, flushing it down with 2 hands. There's the reaction from the crowd on the bench. That ties us up here in a game that is evenly balanced between these two. Baseline ball now for Venezuela. An important 2 minutes ahead of us here as both teams would love to take a bit of momentum, a bit of confidence into the locker room at the half. Venezuela now, ball in hand. Guerra, the game's leading scorer. Kubian to Graterol. Pass inside to Medina. Is knocked away. Colombia wrestle possession away. Fade away, short corner. That one is not got enough on it, but Graterol can only knock it out of bounds. Venezuela have struggled to protect their possession in this first half. 13 turnovers compared to just 5 for Colombia. Venezuela's shooting efficiency is high enough to counteract that right now. Echenique hands it back to Angola. Lob pass, Echenique went for the alley-oop. Didn't quite have enough hops for that one. Guerra putting on a show. Graterol open at the top, hits the three. Windy Graterol. Certainly adding that aspect to his game in recent years. Graterol able to step out and hit that open three ball. 12 points now for Graterol, his second triple of the game. Won't take the third, will drive inside instead. There's the flush from Medina, two-handed putback throwdown by the big man. And now Venezuela re-established that 5-point lead. Angola backs it out against Guerra. Roque glides inside. Medina with another block, sends Venezuela onto the attack. Kubian for three, not this time. Angola hands it away. Whip to the weak side. Angola for three. Over the top of the rim and away. Echenique with the rebound though and the score. And that will close out a frenetic final few seconds of this first half. A real battle, every single possession being fought over with everything both these teams have got. A physical first 20 minutes of basketball and very little separating them. At the half, it's Colombia 45, Venezuela 48. Second half action, not too far away. Here are the shooting stats. Colombia still getting the job done by going to the basket. Venezuela, on the other hand, a bit more balanced in their approach offensively. Venezuela dominating the boards. However, 14 turnovers in the first half is a tough number for Coach Segura to deal with. Echenique leads all scorers now with 15. Guerra has 14 for Venezuela. Certainly an entertaining first 20 minutes of basketball here in Cali on the opening game day of the Basketball World Cup qualifiers. Here are some of the highlight plays from that second quarter of action. Colombia really dominating the early phases of that second quarter, but they just weren't able to capitalize fully. Even though they had control of the game, they weren't opening up a significant enough lead to merit that control they had. Echenique certainly having a hell of a game so far. He's up to 15 points. The midway stage of the quarter, it was Colombia who had the lead, but then Venezuela just lent into some of the quality they have in their roster. The likes of Guerra, the 22-year-old, and the veteran 39-year-old Windy Graterol. There he is, hitting a couple of threes, getting to the bucket. combo managed Colombia to get their lead and give them a 3-point lead heading into the halftime break. But it's been an enthralling and exciting first half of action here in Cali. Living up to the hype, two very good teams, two very physical teams, not backing down. And at the half, it's Colombia 45, Venezuela 48. Second half action coming very shortly.
Oh my goodness sakes, that's a throwdown.
Goes in for the dunk.
Good night. Too big, too strong, and just too good.
Bogdanovic, who goes in and scores. Ah!
This is what it's all about.
It's all one big basketball family, folks. Winning time. Both teams over the limit. You have got to be kidding me! Oh my!
No size, this is a small ball game.
Clarks kicks it, extra pass, Zegars. Oh, Latvia basketball.
You said it, Latvia basketball, Zegars. He was open for the three. What great ball movement and passing. Look at this.
Bruner goes downhill, gets it to the corner. Franz Wagner gets in.
Bogdanovic, turn around, quick shot, takes it. Bogdanovic, Troika. Well, coach, it may be Troika time. He's made the three-pointer.
What a shot from Paco Cruz. He was literally out of bounds. Oh, Cosito, what are you doing? And the alley-oop! And Banchero this time does not lay it up. He scores right at the end of the third quarter buzzer. Between the legs, alley-oop pass.
Yes, I'd love it, Jeff, yes.
I'm sure you can have something better. Oh, a good miss. The USA got it. Brandon from the corner. You have got to be kidding me. Unbelievable. A play for the ages at the FIBA Basketball World Cup. Bridges does the unthinkable. Ties the game. 0.2 seconds left. I have never seen it.
Wow! He gets it before the half. Holy smokes, Jordan Zamora.
Well, that's symbolic of the shooting we've seen from Venezuela this first half. From the three-point line, 12 of 25 in the three-pointer. Leg bomb, nothing but net.
How many times are we going to see this?
Baseline, are you kidding me?
but Nicolau says, give it to me.
Go attacks the closeout feed. Bruno inside.
Fills it up. It's all right.
Welcome back to Cali here in Colombia. Game day one of the FIBA World Cup Qualifiers 2027. Let's dive in and have a look at Venezuela's leading scorer. That is Jefferson Guerra. An explosive, exciting 22-year-old guard. Just has a way of getting to the basket. Knows how to put the ball in the bucket. It's as simple as that, and he's been doing it all the way through the first half. 14 points, 4 assists, an efficient 14 points as well. 4 from 5 from the field, 6 from 7 from the free throw line. I think it's fair to say Jefferson Guerra is a handful. And right now, Colombia struggling to stop him getting what he wants on the floor. Let's have a look at Colombia's top scorer now. And it's a front court player, Jaime Echenique. A thunderous two-handed jam. That kind of sums up his style of basketball. Up above the rim is where he likes to play. 15 points, leads all scorers. 6 from 8 from the field, 3 from 4 from the free throw line. Not just a powerful player, but also a soft touch in difficult situations, as we see there under a lot of pressure. Draws the three-point play off the foul. Versatile, quick, agile. And right now, fundamentally important to what Colombia are delivering here in this game. Jaime Echenique really is putting in a big shift, but at the half it's Colombia 45, Venezuela 48. Very little separating these two teams. Approaching the game in different ways. A more balanced offense being offered up by Venezuela. A third of their points coming from downtown. 5 from 12 from outside, as you see. Guerra leading their scoring with 14. Wendy Gratterol, the veteran big man, has 12, including a couple of triples in that first half. But it is a more balanced offense being offered up by Venezuela. Spreading the floor, moving the ball. Guerra, the focal point of that offense, without a doubt. As you see, an efficient 14 points from him. Very few wasted opportunities. How exciting to see what this 22-year-old develops into. Give him 3-4 more years when he's approaching his prime. How good could he be? Now the young man there, Medina, just 21 years of age. Exciting future here for the Venezuelan national team. But don't forget some of the veteran players, the likes of Carrera. He has 8 points, 4 boards in the first half. There is the second highest scorer, Wendy Gratterol. Remember, this is game day 1 of 6 here in the first round of the qualifiers for the 2027 FIBA Basketball World Cup. There's a qualification windows, 2 games taking place in each window. Obviously, we're in our window now here in November. Then there's one in February, March next year, and then the final one of the first round is in July next year. Top 3 teams in the group will progress through to the second round of the qualifiers. In this group, it's Brazil, Chile, Venezuela, and Colombia. So only 3 of those 4 teams will progress. Brazil, by the form book, by the rankings, would be the favourites in this group, probably with Venezuela just behind them. Colombia 3rd in the rankings in the group, with Chile 4th spot. So the expectation is both of these 2 teams will make it through, but trust me, expectations and realities in qualification campaigns, they don't always match up and can certainly lead to some very disappointed players and fans. Colombia yet to come out of the locker room here. They come back to the floor. Just a little over 2.5 minutes left until the start of the second half. Clearly, Coach Diaz had plenty to go through with his team as they make their way back onto the hardwood. Echenike, their leading scorer, with 15. Oldest player on the floor, Juan Teo, is just behind him with 9 points. Really relaxed, calm vibe from this Colombia team. But don't let that fool you. They are a strong, aggressive style of basketball. $15 points for Jaime Echenike. 6 from 8 from the field, 3 from 4 from the free-throw line. Delivering a very strong performance, the 28-year-old. Let's head into the huddles, hear what the coaches have to say. Well, welcome back if you're just rejoining us at the half here. Game day 1, it's Colombia 45, Venezuela 48. If you have your phones to hand, please scan the QR code on the screen. Download the official World Cup qualifier app, available wherever you get hold of your apps. And so much for you to get your teeth into. Available on the Google Play Store, on the App Store with Apple. You name it, you can get hold of it. Just waiting for the officials' tables to give us the thumbs up, and then we can get underway here in the second half. There's the thumb up we've been looking for. Second half action underway here in Cali. Game day 1 of the FIBA Basketball World Cup 2027 qualifiers. At the half, it's Colombia 45, Venezuela 48. Carrera trying to find a way through against Echenike. Goes to the pivot, fades away, will draw the foul. Will head to the line for 2 shots. I think it might be Angola helping down that's the problem. I'm not sure Angola's help was needed. Echenike was standing strong. Three from 3 so far this evening, Michael Carrera. And there is the commentator's curse. My first one of the game. I think I'm allowed one every game. And there's the second. There we go. As Venezuela just try and edge their lead out a little further. Atencia Back to Angola. Scramble for possession. Angola just holds on to it. Atencia. Oh, what a fake. Pass inside. Echenique. That is a beautiful phase of play. Wonderful from Colombia. Guerra for three. Going to be a conversation between the officials. It will be Venezuela ball as they work well together to get the right decision. Just a little bit more sweat on the floor, no real surprise. This has been a physical battle between these two teams. That's where the sweat came from. Yeah, they couldn't get it to go, but it was knocked out of bounds ultimately by Teo. Long inbound to Gratterol. Cifuentes hands it away. Guerra with another three. And again, that one rolls in and out. Angola looking to go up against Gratterol. Steps back off the glass. Doesn't get the angles quite right. Gratterol. Fourth rebound of the game for him. Almost stolen away, but it's a kick ball by Angola. So Venezuela hold possession. And Venezuela did struggle controlling their possession in the first half. 14 turnovers in the first 20 minutes. None so far in the second half. Gratterol gets it back, won't take the three. Hands it away to Carrera instead. Carrera will take the three, but it's short. Juan Teo with the rebound for Colombia. Draws the foul. Two minutes gone here in a relatively cagey, slower-paced second half. Angola hands it away to Jackson. Jackson range the three. Colombia take the lead. Baseline drive. Guerra bullying his way inside. An offensive foul is called though on Guerra. Overly aggressive, trying to clear Atencia out the way. A 13-centimeter difference in that battle, but Atencia has been dealing with those mismatches his whole playing career and absolutely ready and equipped to deal with them. Angola now, ball in hand, uses the double screen. And again, comes back out. Teo now, good ball movement, wide open. Jackson with the fake, creates the space. He'll go again on a second attempt, and again, it rattles in and out, a little bit flat on the trajectory. Cifuentes tries to drop it into Gratterol. Instead, it's another turnover. Atencia will go all the way. No, he won't. Frustrated with himself. Turns the ball over. Colombia still with that single-point lead. Drives inside. Tough move. Cifuentes, huge amount of contact, strength as he elevates towards the basket. 4 points personal for him now. Teo, spin, uses the pivot. Echenike, and again in and out for Colombia. Looking to lean into that mid-range game now, Colombia. Look to be far more aggressive first half. Gratterol for three, a three from Windy Gratterol. That is a triple of triples for the big man. 15 points now for him. What a game he's having. Colombia getting punished for not giving him respect on the perimeter. Venezuela's lead is at 4. They grab the rebound and will look to extend it further. Cifuentes, won't get the roll this time. Will grab his own rebound and will glide inside. Colombia struggling to stop Venezuela as they have a game-high 6-point lead now. 2.5 minutes since Colombia have put any points on the board. Foul's going to be called on Guerra. His third foul of the game. How does Coach Segura deal with it? It looks like Fulda's going to he's going to come into the game. Plenty of changes for Venezuela, as we also see Cisneros and Colmenares enter the action. Atencia, that one too heavy, but it will remain Colombia ball. I think the officials are just going to have a little conversation here. Let's have a look what the result of this conversation is. I think we might be going to a review. We're heading over to the review. Coach's challenge from Coach Segura. His team were adamant. They were very clear that they believed it was their ball on the baseline. We'll now head into the review situation. Here's the replay. There's the jumper from Atencia. Tough to see in full pace, full speed replay. Your instinct says it came off the fingertips of Teo, but let's have a look. And this angle might be better, it's particularly slowed down. Oh, that is hard to call, but I would say it's from Teo's fingers. Let's have a look. Oh, that is almost impossible to call. I'm not sure whether they'll be able to overturn the call or not. Do they see enough in that replay to change the direction of their call? Well, I'm sure you tuning in at home have your opinions. I imagine if you're Colombian or Venezuelan, you have very clear opinions about what direction this play would be. If you are a little bit maybe more impartial, what do you think? Here's a different angle for you to look at. This might be the best one. Or is it off the left hand of Teo there? Does look like it. Oh my goodness me, that is a tough one to call. Even with all the slow-mo replays, imagine trying to call that in real time. Near impossible task. What are you thinking at home? How would you call that one? Officials are going to come back to the floor, I think. Let's see which way they go with this one. It will be an overturn of the call. It's a good use of the challenge by Coach Segura. In fact, no, they haven't overturned the call. My mistake, sorry. Colombia will hold on to possession. I think it probably comes down to the fact they just don't have enough to be able to change the call on the floor. Needs to be clear evidence for them. Teo drives inside, drops it in for two. And that ends the drought for Colombia. Almost 3 minutes without getting any points on the board. Ball dropped in low. Colmenares. Stolen away. Quick leak out here for Colombia as they get in transition. Back-to-back buckets for Juan Teo. And it's a 2-point ball game as Teo heads into double digits. Third Colombian player to get there. And now Colombia, after that review, that break in play, have regained some composure and some confidence as they put an air ball up. Teo will kick it back out. Angola dumps it down low. Strong move off the glass. Ibargüen ties us up now. 56 apiece. A little over 3 minutes and 40 left in this third quarter. Fulda. And now it's Venezuela's turn to have a drought. They haven't scored in nearly 2 minutes of action. Really is a seesaw game that we've got going on here. Sideline ball for Venezuela. Carrera comes round for the handoff, being harassed by Teo. Carrera goes inside, tough play, draws the foul. Teo needs to be careful being so demonstrative with his protest. Certainly not a travel. It certainly is a foul. Not sure what he's protesting about, but a technical foul has been given for that protest. An unwise move by the veteran player. Now Carrera will get the 2 free throws for the regular foul. Back at the line for the second. Every possession, every point, every shot, so important in these close games, particularly early in a qualification campaign. The performance and the result from game day 1 can really leak through into future game days. Foul's going to be called. I'm going to call and now we have a technical free throw at the other end of the floor. Angola will take and convert. In fact, it's an unsportsmanlike foul called on Carlos Fulda for that jersey pull. And Angola hits his 2 free throws, and Colombia will get possession back. Chance to take the lead in this one. Both teams making mistakes now. Technical fouls, unsportsmanlike fouls. And the players calling reviews constantly. It's so unnecessary. Certainly a part of the game that I think probably needs looking at. Waving their hands around, calling for reviews. Carrera called for a pushing foul. He'll head to the bench now in foul trouble. That's his 3rd. And Teo heads to the line for 2 free throws, misses the first. Both teams in the penalty again. Misses a second as well. Fulda hands it away. Kubiak. Gets it back, looks to dump it down low. Technical foul is called. On a flop. I'm not sure where the call is. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's the right call. He's absolutely over-egged that one, trying to sell the offensive foul. So a technical foul called on Almanza. And Kubiak will convert the technical free throw, and it's a really scrappy last couple of minutes of basketball. Clearly fatigue starting to set in on these players, mistakes being made. They're trying to find shortcuts that really don't exist. An offensive foul is now going to be called on Cisneros. Pushing away to get open. Frustration from the Venezuelan player. Sideline ball for Colombia. Right now, Angola pulls in for the 3, puts an air ball up though. Neither team playing their best basketball at the moment. And you almost feel the team that finds that little rich seam of form may be able to find a way to drive a relatively big lead relatively quickly. Roque now. Oh, a big two-hander. Get up high, Almanza. Foul's going to be called on Roque. Roque glides inside, cuts his way through, and a no-look alley-oop pass. Flushed with authority, Luis Almanza. Both teams in the penalty, so every foul right now is leading to free throws. Atencia back into the game as Angola heads to the bench. 2 minutes left in this third quarter. Well, welcome. Welcome back to Cali. Apologizes for the technical issues that we have with the feed, but we're back for the final 40 seconds of this huge game. Colombia lead by 2, Venezuela ball in hand. Skip to the weak side, Carrera hands it on, Guerra. Patience by Venezuela, looking to build their offense here. Colombian fans on their feet, roaring their team to the victory. Foul's going to be called on Roque. Carrera still not heading to the line as Colombia only have 3 team fouls in the quarter. What a game this has been. Venezuela will call a timeout. 19.1 seconds on the game clock, 14 seconds on their shot clock. They trail by 2. Coach Segura, what will he put down on the coach's clipboard? What play will they run? Will they look to tie it up and take us to overtime? Or will they look to win the game outright with the 3? A tired looking Venezuelan roster. Locked in on Coach Segura. It's only game day 1 of the qualifiers, remember, but a huge game here. These 2 will go head-to-head again in a couple of days back in Venezuela. Roque handing it to the wing. How big is that shot from Atencia? The backcourt combining in a big way this evening here in Cali. Sideline ball. Carrera to inbound. Roque trying to pump up Colombia. One last defensive stand needed. Ball inbounded. Colmenares hands it away to Guerra. Cubian for 3, it's blocked. Foul's going to be called. Foul on the floor. And it will be Venezuelan ball. That will give them the final 9.8 seconds of game time to create. Cubian looking to be the hero. Comes up way short after the defense steps out. 9.8 seconds remaining. Not sure what the hold up here now is. I'm not sure whether the officials are going to review. No, Venezuela have called a timeout. Coach Segura will find another play to run now. 9.8 seconds remaining. He has all 9.8 seconds to use if he wants to. Could go to the 3 to win the game, or could just look to get to the bucket for the 2 to take us to overtime. This is when the coaches certainly earn their keep. Players locked in on that clipboard, on the coach's board, as he draws out what could make or break this game. Final words for Cubian and Colmenares. Wow, heart in your mouth basketball here in Cali. Feels like it's game day 6 and both these teams have to win the game to progress. It's game day 1, still so much to play for after today's game, but it just shows how important every single qualifier is. Baseline ball. Carrera gets the inbound, won't take the 3. Now he will. Comes up short. We'll get it back. We'll get it away again. Doesn't get it to go. Colombia with the rebound. Colombia with the win. A huge win for the home team here in Cali. The crowd lift the roof on the arena. What a result on the opening game day. Final score, Colombia 80, Venezuela 78. My goodness me, drama all the way to the final buzzer. Heartbreak for Venezuela, jubilation for Colombia. And we'll do it all again in a couple of days' time as we head to Venezuela for the repeat and the return of this leg of this fixture. There are your stats from today's game, but the only one that matters is that one at the top. A 2-point win for Colombia. Venezuela will go back to the drawing board as they prepare. Leading scorers Echenique for Colombia with 17. Wendy Graterol had 17 for Venezuela as the big W lifted to the sky by Jaime Echenique. What a game by this Colombian team. I said it in the build-up. They are underrated. They go under the radar, but they have the quality to beat the biggest teams in the Americas on their day, and today is their day. Wow, wonderful scenes here in Cali as the players and fans will celebrate an historic win. That isn't quite the table that we have. Brazil, top of the table after game day 1. Colombia in 2nd, Venezuela in 3rd, Chile currently in 4th. But we go again on Sunday with these 2 matchups reversing. So Brazil making the trip to Chile, Venezuela hosting Colombia. Here are the big plays of that 4th quarter. A real battle between these 2 teams, fighting it out for this precious opening game day win. Some huge performances from both teams, to be fair. Jaime Echenique will lead Colombia offensively. He had 17 points and 7 rebounds. Just behind him, the veteran Juan Teo, 16 points and 5 rebounds, as well as 3 steals for him. 2 other players in double digits for Colombia. Atencia had 11, Angola had 11 points, 8 rebounds. Atencia also had 8 assists. For Venezuela, their leading scorer, the big man, Wendy Graterol, 17 points for him, including 3 triples, also had 5 rebounds. Jefferson Guerra just behind him, 16 points, 5 assists. And Michael Carrera ended up with 12 points, 7 rebounds. And David Cubian, the final player in double digits with 10 points. It wasn't a B for Venezuela today, but Colombia take a bow. A big performance from them. Trailed by 6 at one stage, well, for many points in the game, particularly in the first half. They took a strong lead, a 6-point lead of their own early in the 4th quarter. Venezuela fought back again, but once more Colombia found another gear and edged a narrow, heart in your mouth, edge of your seat win here in Cali. Final score sees Colombia win by 2. How does that set the scene for Colombia now, looking to make it to their first ever their first World Cup in over 40 years. A huge achievement if they can do it, but it's only game day 1 of 6. Still plenty of hurdles in the way between them and that qualification that they so desperately desire. As for Venezuela, they will see it as a bump in the road. They will take some lessons and they will look to come back stronger in the future. Remember, 3 qualification windows in total. These two will go head-to-head again in a couple of days' time in Venezuela, as Colombia look to do the double, which would be a huge achievement and would be a massive step towards that progression to the second round of the qualifiers. For Venezuela, it's an unthinkable that they would go 0-2 from the first window, and they really will need to try and come away with the win. But what a game we've had here in Cali. Passion, physicality, real effort put onto the floor in the opening game. But the final score is Colombia 80, Venezuela 78.